With Overwatch, learning the details of the characters you play can be the difference between dominating and losing. In this guide, we cover one particular hero whose skill set supplies allies with a buff as long as they stay close to his exciting tunes. This is Lucio, the support character who loves to drop the bass in the heat of battle. Welcome to VGU on YouTube and on videogamesuncovered.com. I'm Dom the Expert of Coles, and this is my guide to playing as Lucio in Overwatch. First, let's go over his weapon, the Sonic Amplifier. With 20 shots of a magazine, this fires concentrated bursts of pure sound at enemies that travels at a great distance. This deals more reliable damage at mid to short range, but can also be used as a poking tool for snipers at longer ranges. The secondary fire on this gun acts like a shotgun blast, which hits close range targets, but where it lacks in damage, it makes up for in knocking them back. This can be effective with getting enemies out of a capture zone or away from the payload as you are fighting for the objectives. But also keep in mind that you can use the knockback in certain areas to push heroes into pits and off of cliffs, making for some hilarious and easy kills. Strafing left and right whilst constantly bombarding with this weapon is the way to go, as you can gather a good series of assists and kills with allies as you concentrate mainly on capturing objectives. Lucio's main source of supporting comes from his abilities Crossfade and Amp It Up. Crossfade switches the hero between two different forms when on the battlefield. These can either buff allies' movement speed or regenerate yours and allies' health. This can regen 12.5 HP per second, which is great for keeping allies in the fight, especially around the objectives. The trick to these buffs is that they act as an aura around Lucio as he is moving around. Allies that are close by will be affected by the appropriate speed or regen, but will lose these buffs upon leaving Lucio's side. This is when you, as the master of base, must keep an eye out on who is weak and keep skating around them until they are fighting fit yet again. Luckily, this is made easier with his coupled ability. Amp It Up buffs the effectiveness of your current crossfade mode for the next 3 seconds. This will in turn either double the movement speed of you and allies around you, or double the rate of which health is regenerated. Popping this at the right time can change the entire battle. Activate this when in speed mode to either get back to the objective faster or run away from D.Va ultimate attacks. As for the healing buff, activate the ability when you are close to allies in need of immediate healing, or keep using it whilst on the objective to keep everyone close by at high health. Lucio's ultimate ability, Sound Barrier, causes him to fire the ground with his gun, resulting in a sound wave, which gives all allies nearby a very large shield which drains over time. This is a great ability to use, especially in 2 certain scenarios. If your teammates are getting shot down fast by enemies, activating this will keep them in the fight whilst you can heal them up with Crossfade and Amp It Up. The other situation is if you need a way to initiate a fight and require a little bit more bulk before tackling the enemy ahead. A safe bet is to instantly use the ultimate once it becomes available, as you can reliably regain it after buffing up allies and claiming kills and assists with your Sonic Amplifier shots. Now, with his abilities looked over, who should you look out for when you're playing as Lucio? First off, it's Hanzo and Widowmaker, as snipers with their high precision damage can kill you in one shot. To best avoid being shot by these characters, try to constantly keep moving in speed form to make them work for the kill. Roadhog can also be a threat with his chain and flak cannon, but your gun's damage with reliable headshots can take him down if you are careful in a 1v1 fight. Also keep in mind that you can use Lucio's ability to run across walls to an advantage by flanking opponents using the knockback blast and watching enemies be thrown out of the objective space or the entire map. The key trick with Lucio is to keep him on objectives, or with important allies to maximize his use. Once you have learned when to amp it up and crossfade properly, you will be dropping the base in every fight that comes your way and walking away with a solid win. But what if you are against a team with a dominant Lucio player and you're unsure on how to tackle him? Well, first off, note that he is not a bulky character and can be taken out easily with high damaging attacks. As stated earlier, Widowmaker, Roadhog, Hanzo are great counter picks. Pharah is also a very good counter against Lucio, thanks to her vertical approach to battle and her rockets causing big AoE damage. Don't forget to use her concussive blast to knock back Lucio away from his teammates, as you can pinpoint him more easily and force him out of a teamfight situation. Just note that when fighting Lucio one-on-one, he will most likely stay in speed mode, so that he can run circles around you. Keep an eye on your environment and you should be okay when launching calculated attacks. Randomly shooting like a crazy person will only result in an immediate defeat, whether it's by the hands of Lucio or a teammate that has his back. With all this covered, that is a very straightforward, very basic intro guide to playing as Lucio in Overwatch. Take that advice as you will, go out there in the battlefield and dominate as only you can. But whilst you do that, why don't you also let me know what your thoughts are on Lucio? Do you enjoy him? Do you not enjoy him? Does this guide help you become the ultimate base dropper? Let us know in the comments below, and as well as that, also let us know if you would like us to cover any more heroes in guide form in the future. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to check in the description below, as there is a link to the written version of this guide available now on videogamesuncovered.com. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll check you next time for another Overwatch guide in the future.